Oh,
That is
we on
Oh,
screen?
there we
Oh, look,
are.
there we are. Look at us. Brilliant.
We are figuring
Geniuses.
out technology, y'all.
Yeah, we are using a new system, so we're figuring things out as we go. But hello everyone. Welcome to a Thursday episode of Rushed and Pressed. It is me, Flip.
And hello, all you lovely demons. It is me, John.
And you know what? We're here. We made it. We made it.
We made it, and hopefully you guys are enjoying the new system we got up that Joey
Yes.
spent many tireless nights working on.
Yes, putting together a new stream filter for us. I guess that's what it's called. But it's here, so it's cool, and I like it. Big ups. John, how was your week?
Oh man, it has been a hell of a roller coaster of a week. I mean, work's been kind of up and down. I finally got just about all Christmas shopping done. Thank God for that. And I managed to completely break my fucking big toenail. I slammed it into a door, so that hurts like hell.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm tired. I'm ready to go. You know,
Living your best life.
living my best
Living
life.
your best-
I mean, I may not be, as famous as lovely companion Flip over here getting free stuff in the mail,
Yeah.
but I do me.
No.
That's all that matters.
I don't even know why that happened. Yeah. Well, tomorrow is my last day working for the year, so that's always nice.
How does that feel to say that? Because
Feels fucking fantastic to say that. Yeah, it feels great. I'm excited to have 2 weeks off to just
do absolutely
do
nothing.
shit all. Yeah. Yeah, that's really, about my fun factor here. I got a free foundation in the mail. Don't know where it came from, but the box said for me to
Hashtag it.
and test it out and let them know how I feel about it.
Your
So-
free anthrax COVID foundation. Because it doesn't have a return address.
It doesn't have a return address on it. It just came to my mailbox today. So
That's mad sketch.
It's not just sketch. It's really cool. I feel famous. I feel important.
I'm very very wary about stuff like that. I'm very I don't trust it.
Well, I feel famous and important, John. So
Well, I don't, like I said earlier, I need some foundation in my life
you
right
do.
now.
You
So
need some free foundation as well. So if you guys are watching this, if you are a foundation company, I think mine came from Bare Minerals. So if you are a foundation company and you want to send John some free foundation,
look at
do
this
it.
face.
Look at that face.
I
He
could use a little
you
foundation.
could do with some foundation.
I could,
But yeah, so that was the fun thing that happened to me today. I have not done any of my Christmas shopping yet. That's not true. I got
Ooh, cutting it close.
Yeah,
I mean, we're doing family gifts in a week. Joey's mom's.
and guess what you guys have? Shit all. Yeah, Joey and I have not gone Christmas shopping yet.
I mean, at least you're not setting up expectations,
No, I mean it'll get there.
Oh, okay.
It'll get there. That's part of the reason why I have the first 3 days of the week off next week, so I can do Christmas shopping. Because that's what a responsible adult does. They wait until the last minute to get all their Christmas shopping done. I'm a responsible adult.
It's harder now with all this this COVID business.
Right, and I work a lot, so I'm just living the dream. Living the dream.
Before we get started, I gotta say, if you guys haven't checked out The Ripper on Netflix, I did not know that there was a more modern day Jack the Ripper. But it was in damn, where was it? I forget it now.
Clarissa is very right. We did do some last minute ass shopping back in the day.
We've all been there. I've got a couple of gifts. I'm not gonna lie.
A couple of gifts. Clarissa and I used to be in the mall the night before Christmas Eve. You just get everything.
You getting that 90% markup gifts.
Yeah, the
Okay.
90% markup gifts and the Hey, do you like this? Okay, I'm buying this for you for Christmas. That was us back in the day.
Dope. I'm down. I'm down. I'm here for it.
For real, for real. Like, oh my goodness. So.
Thank you, Jules, for the like.
Yes. So, as you know, in our midweek episodes, we always do the news. So let me get you guys caught up on the news for the week.
Ooh.
Authorities have charged a Florida man in killing his ex-girlfriend who was found floating inside a suitcase in a Miami canal almost 20 years ago.
Damn.
Berkeley Calvin Curtis Jr., age 45, was charged on Tuesday with second-degree murder in connection with the death of 26-year-old Rebecca Pena. Now, her family is basically like, yeah, it's great that we caught him. But at the same time, for them, it's like bittersweet.
Yeah, it's been 20 years.
It's been 20 years. You know, I don't know. On February 21st of 2019, so now I'm taking you guys back, all right? On February 21st of 2019 at 7 p.m., Anjanette Young had just gotten home from work as a social worker in Chicago, and she was changing when police busted down her door with a battering ram.
Sorry, you said Anjanette Young?
Anjanette Young.
Ooh. Ange.
We're changing your name to Anjanette.
Is this like the old you is like Angela Marie Young? Now you're like
Anjanette.
Is it a new name? Is it
her
an
name
alias?
is Anjanette. But she said that it was so traumatic to hear that thing hitting the door. Young, who is age 50, who has been a social worker for 20 years, told CBS 2 in Chicago that it all happened so fast she didn't even have time to put clothes on.
Oh, man.
In November of 2019, she filed a Freedom of Information request for the body cam footage from the botched raid, but she was denied. As part of a new lawsuit against the police, the Chicago court forced the Chicago PD to release the footage to her.
Oh, real quick, Jules seconded that name change.
Yes.
So Ange, I mean, we got somebody who seconded it.
Yeah, it's time. Your name is Anjanette. So they ruled that the police footage would be released to her. In the footage that aired on CBS 2, Anjanette is shown standing naked as 9 male officers burst into her home, wielding guns with lights and scopes.
How are you going to show that on CBS News? That's messed up.
Well, she gave them the footage to show.
Oh, well, okay. I guess that's different.
A federal judge, on Monday, lawyers for the city of Chicago fought to prevent the footage from being aired in an emergency motion that was filed in federal court. Federal judge, of course, denied that motion, and CBS 2 did not say how they obtained the footage, but they obtained the footage. The officers, as it turned out, were looking for a 23-year-old felon who was allegedly in possession of a gun and ammunition, whose address they'd gotten from an informant. The address turned out to be wrong, and police officers searched Young's home with a warrant instead of the suspect that they were looking for, who lived in the townhouse next door.
Wow.
God,
that was a shitty informant right there.
Yeah, your informant was shitty.
Yeah, that or somebody wrote down the address wrong.
Yeah. A Colorado mother has been accused of murdering her young daughter after falsely claiming that the daughter was severely ill and making her the recipient of charitable donations from organizations such as Make-A-Wish.
Isn't that a federal offense?
She has pleaded not guilty.
It's kind of hard to plead not guilty against that. I feel like it's a pretty open and shut case.
During a virtual court hearing on Wednesday, a lawyer for Kelly Renee Turner, who is 43 of Douglas County, Colorado, she entered her not guilty plea, and she was wearing an orange jumpsuit and a nice, lovely mask covering her face. Look at her. She said very little during her court appearance, which was linked by video to the Douglas County Detention Center. She's being held there in lieu of $250,000 bond.
That's it?
Right.
For ripping off Make-A-Wish?
Not just ripping off Make-A-Wish. Wait, John. Wait.
Oh. But
starting
wait,
in
more.
2012, Turner began saying that her daughter was ill. Eventually, she claimed that her daughter had been diagnosed with neurogastrointestinal encephalopathy.
God damn, with a name that hard to pronounce, it's gotta be true.
Which caused her to have intestinal failure. On a GoFundMe page she launched that raised nearly $23,000. Turner wrote that her daughter was born prematurely, suffered from autism, seizure disorders, developmental delays, and a tumor, among other health problems. The Make-A-Wish Foundation and DaVita Inc., a Denver-based dialysis company, helped Olivia dress up as Bat Princess to save the Disney princesses Belle and Ariel. Investigators began looking into the case after 2018 when Turner brought her other daughter into the hospital, saying that she was suffering from bone pain from cancer, according to an incident obtained by Channel 9 News. Authorities exhumed Olivia's body in 2018, and an autopsy showed no evidence that she died from intestinal failure, according to an indictment against Turner. The indictment alleges that Turner stopped her medical care in the girl's final weeks and just allowed her to die.
Damn.
The indictment shows that several of the girl's doctors told investigators that they did not believe that Olivia had any medical problems that were terminal. It also shows that during the investigation, Turner turned herself in, and she brought up Munchausen by proxy syndrome.
Of course she did.
If you guys don't know what Munchausen by proxy is, it's when a caregiver exaggerates or induces illnesses on a child for sympathy. So basically, if you heard the story of Gypsy Rose, take what her mom did to her, but now this child actually does have a problem, but mom is drumming up all of these other issues, and basically she just let the girl die.
Gypsy Rose is the one that they have that show or the movie on Hulu, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Not really true, you guys.
Yeah, it was like an over-exaggeration.
A lot of that is exaggerated. This next one. A 911 call from a Texas mother that her 2-year-old daughter had gone missing in a park launched a massive search and rescue operation involving at least 163 people, including police and first responders. The mom, Tiandra Kristen, had recently returned to College Station after a trip to Houston to visit her boyfriend. Friends afterward reported believing they'd glimpsed the child with her, and surveillance video from Walmart showed footage of the mother pushing what appeared to be her daughter in a stroller. But the urgent search for little Hazana Anderson, prompted by her mother's frantic call on October 28, 2018, took a dark turn after College Station police officers discovered a life-size doll dressed in clothing identical to what mom said the child was wearing in a trash can across the street from where she was parked.
Well, damn.
As investigators unraveled the woman's claims, they learned that Hazana had died days earlier, and the mother and her boyfriend had just dumped the body in a lake.
Messed up.
So...
That's messed up.
Why did it take them 2 years to... I just don't understand. And ma'am, why did you wrap your baby? Why would you not just be like, yeah, she died?
Well, I mean, plenty other instances like that where they kind of
right,
heat of the
baby,
moment. Yeah.
Like, what? She died, and then you dump her body in a lake.
But then you go around
and you go around with a fake baby in a stroller.
I mean, that sounds like some mental illness stuff right there. Like, what's it called? Like after the baby's born and like the mother just loses all care for it. There's a word for it. Postpartum depression, and they wind up like killing the baby, but then like she realized what she did afterward, and she tried acting like she didn't.
Did you imagine living for 2 years with a fake baby?
I mean, I heard a story the other day. I think the dude like killed his mother, but like kept the corpse in his bed or something. for quite a while.
Yeah. That's also the plot of Psycho.
Oh yeah,
I
it
don't know
is.
if you guys have seen that movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is.
But in Psycho, he keeps his mom's corpse in the house and feeds her tea and shit.
It's completely.
It's not funny at all. Like, it's a horror movie.
Completely normal thing to do.
Yes. I mean, the original black and white one is pretty cool, but I mean, the one with Vince Vaughn is also pretty cool because, who the fuck would have expected Vince Vaughn to be in a horror movie?
Right.
2 men were arrested in Pompano Beach. That's in Florida, in case you guys don't know that. They were arrested in Pompano Beach Sunday after escaping from prison in Tennessee on Friday. According to the Broward Sheriff's Office, deputies arrested Robert Lee Brown, 36, at a traffic stop on the 600 block of North Ocean Drive Sunday morning. But Christopher Osteen, age 34, was not found until hours later. The sheriff's office said the 2 men had escaped from the Northwest Correctional Complex in Tiptonville, but were tracked down when several license plates reader triggered an alert that the car reported stolen in Tennessee was in the Pompano Beach area.
You gotta love some of that modern day technology that they can just basically put a bolo out on a friggin' license plate and
it's super cool.
I mean, Big Brother's always watching, but sometimes it actually works out for the best.
You see alerts like that a lot in Flagler County that catch plates and stuff. It is really, really cool.
Although mad props for making it all the way from Tennessee to South Florida.
I know, that's a long drive.
That's
impressive.
Almost a full day's drive, driving straight through.
That's honestly very impressive that they made it that far.
That's basically what we did a couple of years ago.
Yeah, but
and that was rough.
That far without being caught. That's what's impressive to me. A custodian at an elementary school in Boca Raton is charged with having a firearm on school grounds after he brought a rifle to school and then photographed another custodian holding it and shared it on WhatsApp.
More.
Domingo Uriah and Hoover Morena were arrested after, Domingo, 52, brought a rifle to J.C. Mitchell Elementary School, and Mora, age 58, was photographed with it. The photo reportedly circulated on WhatsApp, and the photo was taken on Wednesday and brought to the attention of the school police officer on Thursday. It shows Mora wearing a polo shirt with the district's logo on it, posing with the rifle slung around his body at school.
So Mr. Sunday came in, fully strapped, and gave it to Mr. Vacuum Cleaner to just pose for. He couldn't just be like, "Yo, dog, come over to my house."
He was like, "Homie, look, look at me, look at this, in my school logo shirt. Look how."
Oh no! What?
I hit button.
Oh no! Is it? Can't even push the X.
Oh God! Oh, I do.
We are technology. Technology. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh
all right,
no!
Well, the TV's off. The screen's off.
It's a good thing we're not using that screen.
Yeah, I don't need that screen anyway. That's stupid. Oh, I got it. Okay. Anyway,
we
technologied. Where was I? Not the custodian. I already talked about him. Oh yes, fraternity members and students from the University of North Carolina and Duke University were part of a massive drug trafficking ring that, for years, funneled drugs into 3 college campuses. Federal prosecutors announced this on Thursday. That's today.
Ooh.
Federal law enforcement agents most recently charged 21 people in connection with this scheme following an investigation that began in November of 2018. The illegal drug activity involved members of the chapter Phi Gamma Delta, Kappa Sigma, and Beta Theta Pi fraternities.
Fraternity names confuse me. I know you were in a fraternity, but
I was in a sorority. I'm a
girl. Sorry. See, I didn't go to college.
I was in a sorority. I'm a girl, so
I don't. Shows you how much I know.
Yeah, Phi Gamma Delta, Kappa Sigma, and Beta Theta Pi fraternities at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill between 2017 and the spring of 2020, according to court filings. The drug ring funneled more than 1/2 ton of marijuana.
That's a lot of. That's
and
a lot.
Several hundred kilograms of cocaine and significant quantities of other drugs into UNC Chapel Hill, Duke University, and Appalachian State University.
Why did they weigh the pot in pounds?
But they weigh
the coke in kilos.
Because that's how cocaine is weighed. Like, you don't say you have a kilo of marijuana. You say you have a kilo of cocaine and a pound of marijuana. It's a thing, okay?
So apparently
John,
college and drugs confuse me.
John, it's a thing.
I'm confused.
That's how you weigh out cocaine and listen, shut up. Prosecutors said the total amount of money made through the trafficking scheme was not immediately available, but exceeded $1,500,000.
Well, listen, you got to pay off those student loans somehow.
You also got to pay.
I do know that about college.
House. You got to pay for the fraternity house. You got to pay your fraternity dues.
Did you have to do that in a sorority?
I did not have a sorority house, but I did have to pay my sorority dues. Anyone else does not have.
So it's like a club you have to pay to be in?
Yes, you pay to be in.
I can think of several other clubs that you don't have to pay to be in.
But it looks so good on my resume.
Does it? Maybe I should have gone to college.
The suspects range in age from 21 to 35, with the majority of them being in their mid-20s. It is unclear of how many of them were actually students at the three schools, but let me tell you, I did a comparison, like 3 washers full of cocaine.
That's like when people say a buttload. Okay. Like, okay, but how much is that in butts?
So the kilo of cocaine is the brick.
Okay.
If I can make this easier for you, a kilo of cocaine is the brick.
Okay, but how many washers is that?
Okay, there are 36 ounces of cocaine in one brick.
Okay.
Does that make it a little bit easier for you to understand?
So it's like 1.25 pounds. So why couldn't...
There are 36 ounces of cocaine.
So if we could...
Right, okay.
Yeah. So like, why, if we can break it down into pounds or ounces, to break it down into pounds, why do we have to classify it as a kilo?
Because it's just what they do.
Why does the U.S. have to be the only country that doesn't use the metric system?
I don't know. Just so you guys know, the only reason why I know how many ounces are in a brick of cocaine,
I wasn't gonna bring it up,
is because of 2 Chainz.
Oh, okay. That's a much more innocent response. I was concerned.
He's got a song and he says 36. That's how many ounces in a brick.
Okay.
Anyway.
I was gonna have to go check like your laundry room to make sure like
definitely at least several hundred kilos of cocaine in my washer.
That is a lot of Why are you living in such a tiny apartment? You have 700 kilos of pure, uncut cocaine. Or I don't know what cocaine. I don't know. Just some good shit. You have a washer full
of cocaine.
I
live in a shitbox. That's how people don't know that I'm a drunk.
So like, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to launder money, not launder cocaine. I think you've got that backwards.
Oh shit.
Damn.
Anyway, an 18-year-old Michigan college student was found dead on campus over the weekend in what police are investigating as a suspicious death. A runner stumbled upon Taylor DeRosa's body Saturday morning on a trail near several athletic fields at Grand Valley State University in Allendale, Michigan. Investigators are trying to determine the freshman's cause of death, though police say there is no immediate threat to public. I feel like if somebody's murdered,
and their body's just kind of chilling out in the quad.
A police officer in Massachusetts who allegedly scratched a swastika into the paint of another officer's personal vehicle resigned on Wednesday following an internal investigation into the incident. Officer Timothy Tutts, who joined the Marblehead Police Department in March of 2016.
The Marblehead?
He resigned from the force on Wednesday following the outcome of an internal investigation. Chief Robert Piccirillo said in a statement, "I am dismayed and deeply disturbed by this incident. Today, there is no room for excuses of ignorance. The swastika is a symbol of hate and genocide, and we must speak up against acts of hate and hate speech wherever and whenever we encounter it. I apologize to our community for this deeply disturbing and unfortunate situation. I vow to do everything and engage every resource available to ensure that this kind of incident does not repeat itself in the future. Though the department was first made aware of the incident in mid-November, it was unclear when the officer allegedly carved the symbol, notorious for its use by Nazi Germany regime, into his colleague's personal vehicle.
Well, I guarantee you, while he was under investigation, he was getting paid the
Oh, definitely.
paid administrative leave or whatever they call it.
When I was in middle school, we had this kid, and I went to private school. So let me just set that right there. I went to private school. I had this kid. I went to a private Catholic school.
Oh, even better.
So we had this kid who would carve swastikas into the desks and like would take like scissors and like cut swastikas into all of his textbooks. I don't even understand it. Like, and he would like write like "fuck the Jews" on his like notebooks and stuff. Why? Where does that come from?
That could just be some kid being fucking stupid, because like I am mostly German, and growing up in school, like that was just like the thing to joke about.
Just
with
drew
like
swastikas on
no,
stuff?
not joke, not joke. I didn't draw. I
joked about genocide.
No, but like as soon as another kid found out I was German, be like, "Oh, well, you're a fucking Nazi," and be like, try again.
I don't know. I dated a guy in high school whose grandma was actually a Nazi, and like, shit's not like it's not something you really just joke about. Like,
yeah, I mean, yeah, no,
I don't know.
But I'm just saying, kids are dumb.
That's true, but this is a grown ass man.
This was a grown ass man. Totally different.
A 17-year-old girl has been charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder on Wednesday in connection to an Elkview, West Virginia family who was found dead in their home earlier this week. The Kanawha County Sheriff Mike Rutherford said Wednesday evening that authorities arrested the girl early in the afternoon. The update comes after a 16-year-old male was charged with the 4 murders in connection with the incident. Since both are juveniles, Rutherford said that the information on the investigation must remain strictly limited. According to the sheriff's office, police responded to a 911 call that was placed around 10:40 a.m. on Sunday morning. The caller had gone to a residence on the street to check on some family after not making contact with relatives for days. When the caller arrived, he found the door unlocked and entered. Once inside, he discovered 3 of the residents dead from apparent acts of violence. He immediately went to a nearby house and called 911. After arriving on the scene, deputies found a 4th victim inside the house. The 4 victims have been identified as Daniel Dale Long, Rissa Mae Saunders, Gage Ripley, and Jameson Long. A 5th resident of the house, a juvenile, has been safely relocated. Rutherford said that police continue to believe that all 4 victims were shot, but the state medical examiner's office is still working on the case. He added that the public has no reason to be concerned about anything regarding additional violence.
I don't know about all that. I mean, I guess if they have them in custody and all that.
I just want to point out that this is the second case that I read about today where officers were like, you guys have nothing to worry about. Like, yeah, 4 people are dead. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. It's all good.
Yeah, this kid on a college campus is found dead in the middle of the campus. No, don't worry about it.
It's all good.
Like, in Belle Plaine, Kansas, dash cam video captured a horrific scene where a Kansas sheriff's deputy in a patrol truck mowed down a black man who was running shirtless across a field in the summer darkness after fleeing a traffic stop. Lionel Womack, a 35-year-old former police detective from Kansas City, Kansas, alleges in an excessive force lawsuit that was filed on Thursday that he sustained serious injuries when the Kiowa County Sheriff's Deputy Jeremy Rodriguez intentionally drove over him in the August 15th encounter. Womack said in a statement that he hadn't been speeding, nor was he under the influence of anything when he was initially pulled over. His
But
driver's license, insurance, and registration were all up to date.
so then why run?
Like,
Also, why get out of your car?
maybe they forced him to get out of the car. I don't know. Graphic video is at the crux of the federal civil rights case filed by attorney Michael Kuckelman against the U.S. District Court in Kansas. The lawsuit argues that Rodriguez used excessive force and was callously indifferent to Womack's civil rights. Womack had left the police department earlier in August with the hopes of growing his own security business. He was on his way back home from a business trip to California when a Kansas Highway Patrol officer in western Kansas initiated a chase over an alleged traffic violation, according to the lawsuit. Sheriff's deputies from Pratt County and Kiowa County also joined in this alleged chase.
I mean, definitely didn't need to run the friggin' guy over, but
why was he shirtless?
well,
I have many
no,
questions.
I mean, no, okay, the shirtless thing, like, I don't have the body to just, go around shirtless. Not, I'm, just saying. But, like, I know plenty of dudes that are just, like, chilling
shirtless.
Just go out shirtless.
Nah.
Some people just be like that.
Nah.
Maybe one of you people out there are one of those people.
X. Nah.
I'm not.
Wrong answer.
Like some people just like chilling around their house with no pants on.
Okay, but that's your own house. Why are you
listen,
out running from the police in a field with no shirt on?
Yeah, but I can guarantee you, like, there are people that like work drive-through and stuff that'd be like, can tell it several times when they had somebody pull up with no pants on. Like, I've heard them. People will just be like, I don't feel like getting dressed. I'm just gonna go through this drive-through with no pants because they're not gonna see me. They can see you with no pants on.
I don't like it. Anyway, that's your news update for the week.
A lot of interesting names in the news.
Come back in 2 weeks for another news update. 2 weeks.
No, that was me, Buzz.
Okay.
I have Facebook notifications.
John, what are you chit-chatting with us about today?
So I'm just gonna preface today by saying I am so thankful for crazy people. I'm thankful for just these really weird stories that you can just Google and they're just genuinely interesting. I'm thankful for our 'Tis the Season episode 2 Thanksgiving edition. Haha, gotcha. I
love this story.
Oh, so you know who it is now?
I do know this story.
Okay, so today I'm going to cover Omaima Nelson. I looked up a couple different stories. I thought about telling you guys the story of the father who murdered his son because he didn't do his chores on Thanksgiving. The guy who went and completely massacred his entire family on Thanksgiving. Or even the woman who decided to stab her boyfriend to death with a serving fork. But instead, I'm going to talk to you about this story. It was Thanksgiving Day, 1991, that Egyptian-born fashion model Omaima Nelson, who was 23, snapped and repeatedly plunged a pair of scissors into the chest and stomach of Bill Nelson, her 56-year-old pilot husband. After completely eviscerating the man, Omaima then reached for a clothing iron. As Bill flailed, Omaima pummeled him to death with the iron until the iron actually broke in her hand. Let that soak in. She hit this man so hard and so fervently that the iron broke apart in her hand. Omaima had claimed that the reason behind why she unleashed her fury on her husband was over the sexual terror and other abuses to which Bill supposedly had subjected her to, which included acts that reportedly had him pimping out his glamorous bride to quote-unquote kinky old creeps in exchange for rent, cash, and in one case even a car. It gets weirder. When Bill finally expired, Nelson butchered his body on the kitchen floor. She then boiled his hands in oil to remove fingerprints and stuck his head in the freezer so she could later break out his teeth, to try to avoid identifying the body exactly. Yes, Jules, Jesus indeed. But wait, there's more. So in symbolic revenge, Omaima also made a point of castrating poor Bill here, just for good measure. As Omaima stuffed some body parts in the trash bags and fed others down her garbage disposal, it apparently occurred to her that she hadn't anything to eat yet, and it was Thanksgiving, guys. So, according to court documents, Omaima told a psychiatrist she prepared Bill's ribs with barbecue sauce, put them in the oven, and then upon sinking her teeth into her dead husband's glazed fresh, declared it was so sweet.
Yum. I too enjoy eating ribs.
Some real fried green tomatoes moment for you if y'all ever seen that movie.
I enjoy eating ribs. Not human ribs, but ribs nonetheless.
Ribs nonetheless. Joey makes some really good ribs.
I would hope they're not human. Mysterious meat. Strange meat.
Joey's strange rib meats. At the time of the alleged cannibalism, Omaima and Bill had been married for less than 3 weeks, and they had known each other for only a total of 5. Over the next few days, Omaima enlisted a pair of ex-boyfriends to help her get rid of the now late husband's leftover remains. Their cover-up work did not prove to be impeccable, however.
Jules has a legitimate question. What kind of barbecue sauce was it? Where are they from? Like, Carolina barbecue?
Listen, I feel like there is, if you're doing ribs right, just some nice smoky barbecue sauce is the way to go. Just in general, that's my personal opinion. If I'm like roasting the ribs and I'm dipping in it, a nice mustard like Carolina sauce is the way to go. But if I'm actually like basting it, a nice smoky sweet.
No.
I would say like a hickory
so like are we
hickory
like
kind of
Kentucky, Virginia kind of style. I don't know.
That's a good question, Jules.
Well, she said it was sweet.
She did say it was sweet.
She said that she likes her ribs. So probably like Kentucky, Virginia kind of barbecue.
Jules.
Asking the real hard-hitting questions.
Real questions. On December 1st, police got a tip about body parts being seen inside a parked car that had belonged to Bill Nelson. The body parts, of course, were Bill Nelson himself. Surprise, surprise there. Officers dropped by him.
What shitty cleanup job is that? You know what we'll do? We'll park his car somewhere, and then we'll park his dead body remains in it.
And whatever we didn't eat.
But not his full body, just whatever we didn't snack on.
I mean, the three of them could only eat so much,
yeah.
You know.
You only have so many ribs.
That's not true. I can eat a lot
of ribs. No, but the human body only has so many ribs. What the fuck?
I'm just saying. I can chow down on some ribs.
All right, so we'll need at least 2 people to feed John human ribs.
Appropriate sacrifice. Officers dropped by Omaima's home to inform her of the discovery, and once there, found still more newspaper-wrapped pieces of Bill in the refrigerator. Because, I mean, yeah, I guess it just newspaper preserves body parts better. I mean, I guess maybe she didn't have some Ziploc baggies or something to put them in. Omaima immediately claimed self-defense. She said that in addition to trading out her body, Bill was a BDSM enthusiast who routinely bound her against her will and raped her. She further claimed Bill had raped her on Thanksgiving morning and that she had feared he would kill her, and that's what inevitably wound up to the whole stabby, munch, finger-licking good situation she found herself in.
Delicious. I love it. I love every part of this story.
Orange County Deputy District Attorney Randy Pulaski encountered that Nelson was a scam artist who preyed on men, specifically using bondage sex games to rob them. At the time of the slaying, in fact, she was already facing 3 felony charges regarding an incident in 1990 in which she allegedly tied up an ex, slapped him around, and demanded money at gunpoint.
It was just a game. It was just a role playing. Freaking stupid.
Yeah.
Just role play. You
It's
you never tie up your partner, slap them around, and point a gun in their face? Do it all
just,
the time. Normal.
babe, I forgot the lube, but I got some barbecue sauce. What?
I specifically like to look at Joey and just point my BB gun in his face and be like, "Give me all your money, punk." I say it just like that.
I worry about you guys sometimes.
And he welcomes it because he welcomes death. He's like, oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Anyway, remarkably, the Omaima Nelson saga grew increasingly more sordid once it got to trial. Her first interview with a psychiatrist came to light in which she detailed putting on a red dress, red shoes, and a red hat before prepping and cooking Bill's rib meat. Upon digging in at the kitchen table, according to the doctor, Omaima declared, "I did his ribs just like in a restaurant. It's so sweet. It's so delicious. I like mine tender." Her words. I also like my ribs tender. I don't prefer manwich, though.
I'm not a fan of sweet barbecue sauce, so no.
I'm so sad.
So she wouldn't eat with me. Not that I want to eat a human.
That's why I eat spicy peppers every day.
To practice for when I cook Joey's ribs.
Although, side note,
specifically in Red Hot.
Wasn't it like Jeffrey Dahmer said something that like he didn't like people with tattoos because they tasted funny? Man. So you're okay. I'm working on getting my tattoo.
Gucci, y'all. Look at me.
I need to get a tattoo so people don't eat me. At least not in the way I don't want. The psychiatrist asserted.
I don't know what the hell John is talking about, so I'm gonna leave that over there. See, it's gone. I'm gonna take what he said and just.
The psychiatrist asserted that Omaima was in a psychotic state, no shit, when she often ate Bill, and added that in 20 years of his practice, he had never experienced a conversation with a subject so bizarre and so psychotic. In turn, defense attorneys painted a horrifying, heartbreaking portrait of Omaima's ordeal growing up in Egypt. As a child, she had been subjected to female genital mutilation, also known as clitoral circumcision, and submitted herself to loathsome sexual humiliations in order to survive. The defense also betrayed Bill Nelson as a sick sadist who tortured his wife sexually, physically, and psychologically. When she adopted a kitten, for example, Bill allegedly pulled the animal from Omaima's lap in a moving car and tossed it out a window. Adding to the sensationalism, the courtroom walls were lined with photos of Bill's deep-fried hands, frozen head, and skinned torso. Yeah.
That is not a courtroom that could be.
And the real kicker is that, can you guys get one of the number one movies that was out at the time when this whole thing happened? It was Silence of the Lambs. It was one of the number one movies out at the time.
First trial was in 1993?
Yes. Okay. I think so. At least that's what it said. But this was not lost on the media. They constantly drew parallels to her and the protagonist of the film, Dr. Hannibal Lecter.
But that's totally different because she did it because she wanted to be evil, and he did it the evil people.
But yeah, Jules, that's a logical deterrent. I mean, I guess it does sound like he deserved it, but
I don't know. I've never bitten my tattoo skin. I don't know what it is.
And I've never slathered myself, recently in barbecue sauce and tried tasting myself. So
I don't know. Maybe it was good. No,
I mean, maybe I just need the right barbecue sauce.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody knows good human barbecue sauce combination,
I'm going away. I'm gonna go away. See you later.
This is why I needed the foundation in my life.
Yeah. You need to cover up whatever the fuck you got going on in your head.
Need to fix all this right here. Yes, it was in 1993 because the deliberations commenced on January 4th. 6 days later, they came back and declared Omaima Nelson guilty of second-degree murder. The foreman said afterward, it was a really tough decision. We couldn't come back with a first-degree murder verdict because we couldn't find the evidence. It just wasn't there. It took us 6 days, and we worked really hard. Superior Court Judge Robert Fitzgerald sentenced Omaima to 27 years to life in prison. Since going away, she has she's denied eating Bill. But when she came up for parole in 2011, she insisted that she was not a monster, but that did not impress the parole board, and she is expected to serve the remainder of her term.
27 years, you said?
27 to life.
Damn, now I want to know exactly how many years she was sentenced to. Because let me tell you, she'd be out by now.
Yeah, right now. End of 2020.
Oh, hell no.
So, Flip's gonna look that up real quick. Yeah, I just gotta say, I absolutely loved Silence of the Lambs. Grew up watching horror movies and all that. But I just couldn't believe that somebody went full Hannibal Lecter or full Fried Green Tomatoes, for those of you who maybe like older movies but not horror movies, and completely chowed down on her husband. I mean, I guess that's a interesting enough way to try to hide the evidence, but definitely what Jules said. What kind of barbecue sauce?
Okay, so this is from Monday, October 26th, 2020. They denied a request to file a second petition, writ of habeas corpus, by an Orange County woman who was convicted in 1993 of killing her husband and cooking and dismembered remains. Let's see.
I wonder what she did with the penis, because she castrated him. Some nice sausage, peppers, and onions.
Okay.
Nice hoagie rolls.
She still says that she swears to God she didn't eat any part of him. She acted in self-defense because she was temporarily insane.
No, you were more than temporarily.
She denied parole in 2011. And the limitations period had already expired by the time she filed a state.
So that means that she can't.
So not getting out of jail.
Kebab. There you go, Jules. Jules says I was going to say kebab.
Okay, kebab.
Agreed. Not bad.
All right.
So many options.
Thank you for that. Oh, now we know.
Maybe Jeffrey Dahmer has a cookbook out there in the Serial Killers Club.
She's not a serial killer, so she's been...
Yeah, she's not a part of the Serial Killers Club, but like I feel like I feel like there's got to be some cannibals out there in the Serial Killers Club.
Definitely.
That, they put on their apron and, open up the Jeffrey Dahmer, the People Dahmer cookbook, and have a good old Thanksgiving.
So people have an entire website. She has an entire website dedicated.
Oh, I mean, she was I imagine she was pretty famous. She was a model. Famous prior to munching on her husband.
She doesn't do drugs, so we know that.
Oh, thank God. So she doesn't have a whole washing machine of Coke?
No. Also, 83% of people think that she's hot.
I mean, people said that, people were attracted to Charles Manson, too. I mean.
Not quite 50.
We've all dated that one person who's like, really, really attractive, but super crazy. Maybe not eat your ribs crazy,
And
but
her approximate net worth is $2 million.
I mean, that doesn't. It's not. Doesn't mean much when you're locked up behind bars. Or maybe it does. Maybe you can buy a washing machine full of Coke and $2 million. I don't know what the going price for Coke is.
Maybe. So yeah, we've learned some interesting things about her.
Oh, they call her the Cannibal Queen. I love it.
Cannibal Queen. Yes. Yes, Queen, do it for us.
Or not.
We stand the Black Widow cannibal. We don't. Guys, we don't.
I don't. I personally don't.
So yeah. That's basically it.
Yeah, that's it, guys. That was our Thanksgiving 'Tis the Season. Hope y'all enjoyed that.
Yes. Ange and I will be here on Monday for not a hunt to killer. We'll be here on Monday for Christmas Urban Legends to get you ready because next Christmas. If you haven't done your Christmas shop yourself, get on.
And makes a awesome Christmas present is just some ribs.
Mm-hmm.
I would take some ribs for Christmas.
Would be an awesome Christmas present
if you celebrate Christmas.
Yes.
If you don't, just a holiday present.
Yeah. Do you know what else would be an awesome holiday present?
What's that?
Awesome holiday present for us would be liking and subscribing to all of our social media.
Oh man, look at that profesh.
You can give us an awesome holiday present by liking and subscribing to all of our social media. We are at Crushed and Pressed Podcast on basically everything. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Gotta be on Facebook to know when we go live. Twitch, YouTube, because we go live on Twitch and YouTube as well. You can also head on over to our Patreon where you can leave us tips. That would be an awesome Christmas present for us too.
Tell us how much you love our content so we can keep pushing it out for you, all you lovely people.
Yes, and of course you can subscribe to us on all of our podcatchers. That is Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Pocket Cast, Breaker, Stitcher, Radio Public, Anchor. Subscribe to us, rate us, please leave a review so people can find us, and that lets us know what information and what stories you want us to share every single week.
Normally you put just 1 star on top of a tree, but go ahead and, give us 5 or 10. I don't know what.
It's 5.
It's 5? It's 5 stars? All right.
Unless it's a
give
thumbs
us
up
10
system,
anyway.
And then give us a thumbs up.
Give us 10 stars anyway.
Yes.
Break the system.
And of course, be sure to share us with all of your friends and family members. If you've got friends and family members who are interested in true crime and spooky shit just like we are, that would be a great Christmas present too. Just share us. If you don't have any money, just share us, and then people will feel happy because you've shared something cool with them.
And of course, if you're joining us for the first time, or you want to go back and watch some of content pre-me being on here consistently, and you just want to get a little bit more associated with Flip and Ange, all of our videos are up on Facebook on our page. And also, if you go to www.crushedandpressed.com, I believe is the link, it'll take you directly to our YouTube channel. All of it. It's good stuff.
And of course, thank you to the Last Electric Rodeo for letting us use their song Bronze Age of Horror in our ending credits. If you would like to know more about the Last Electric Rodeo, follow them on Facebook or head on over to their website at lastelectricrodeo.com. Their new album will be coming out in 2021, and you, lucky listeners and viewers, you will be able to hear Angela singing on one of those tracks. I know you're excited for that. I'm excited
Hula
for
Hooper
that.
herself.
The Hula Hooper herself, Trinity.
Badass.
Badass. I wonder if she wore her cute little yellow outfit with the yellow wig and stuff. I don't know about that, but if she's in here watching, I don't know if she is. But if she is, let us know if that's what you worked recording, because that's cool. I like that shit.
Little yellow outfit,
yeah, she's got this cute little bright yellow neon wig thing, and she.
I was thinking Curious George, like the man with the hat.
She doesn't dress like John, what the fuck?
Or like a giant banana suit. That'd be cool to hula hoop in.
You heard it here first, you guys. We are gonna get a video of Angela hula hooping in a banana suit.
Ooh.
I don't know if we will, but that'll be some YouTube exclusive content right there. She's gonna hate us when she listens to
We
this.
have volunteered you.
Okay, you guys, you know the deal. Be safe, take care of yourselves, take care of others. Kind to yourselves and be kind to others. Don't get murdered, lock your doors, be aware of your surroundings. Don't do the murdering. It's not here. So if you do, just let us know because we want to hear that story. We want to tell your here.
And
first.
and also
Not that I'm condoning murder.
yeah, and also, I mean, if you're gonna murder, try the ribs.
Let me know how they taste.
Try them with different barbecue sauce. Tell us which one's the best.
Get like a smorgasbord.
A little dip.
Yeah, just a little dip.
Like you get at Sonny's.
All right, you guys, have a wonderful night. If you don't tune into us next week, that's okay. Have a happy holiday. Whatever it is that you celebrate, we want you to have a happy holiday and a happy, wonderful new year. Please, God.
2021 can't get any worse. Knock on wood.
All right, you guys, have a wonderful night.
Peace out, Cub Scouts. Bye-bye.